I am not getting a good night's rest. 5 elders, these 5 old men must never want to rest. Listen carefully to Terry's voice. I am summoned the 5 elders again overnight. Do you know what Lord Emu called us for tonight? Don't know? Is it to interrogate Gold D. Roger? But isn't this trivial thing already done? No matter how powerful One Piece Gold D. Roger is, it's impossible to compete against Garp, Sengoku, and Zephyr at the same time. What is that for? I don't know, but listening to the tone of Lord Emu, it seems that she is not in a good mood. Let's hurry over there. It must be a big event. Yeji, calling us over in the middle of the night must be a major event that makes her feel anxious. And among the flowers, the 5 elders continued to clamber to Imam's side. I thought I would listen to Im's complaints again. The result was unexpected. I am inexplicably started CP0. Who is the most powerful person in CP0? And it's not about merit. Is strength. Strange indeed. It's the deputy chief executive of CP0, codenamed. I don't need to know his name, and I don't want to know his codename. Do you guys have a lot of words? Im's eyes stared from top to bottom at the talkative bearded 5 elders. Let the old man bury his head deeply and hold it firmly on the ground, not daring to move. I am always listening to Terry's old driver pointing at his maid's heart. Her patience has reached its limit. If she could endure Terry, then she has absolutely no interest in the 5 in front of her, nor does she want to endure it. What do I ask? What do you answer? Do you understand? I don't want to repeat it. Yes. Lord, I am. The 5 elders thought to themselves, what a sin. Gold D. Roger thing, that's what Lord Yim asked. What did they answer? The circumstances leading to this have not been discovered in detail. Then I was slapped hard by Lord Yim with armament hockey. One by one, they were beaten internally. They 5 elders fully learned their lesson in this matter. So, after sensing that Lord Yimu was going to ask them something in the middle of the night, they can't wait to clarify the main points before and after. I would rather finish talking more than talk less. For fear of missing something important, thus lost his head. But the result? That's another criticism from Lord Yimu. Why is I am in such a bad mood? God damn it. Go on like this, they 5 elders can live without it. Can this deputy commander of CP0 be comparable to Marine Admiral Sengoku? Compared to Sengoku, its strength is slightly inferior, but it is not much worse than that. Huh? That means he can hold Sengoku for a few days and nights? I am asked. Yes, Lord I am. Very good. Very good. The 5 of you let him go there early in the morning to prepare. There is a secret important thing for him to do. I am thought of Terry's voice in the night, to use hockey on the bed against the maid who eats the rain fruit. He also said that he wanted her to be fixed in shape. Let her not rain too much. Involuntarily blushed. This kid is definitely hiding. Great hiding. Play new tricks there with armament hockey. I am really pissed. There is hockey who can fix the shape of the Logia fruit power user and temporarily seal the power on the bed. Why not go the right way? Such a powerful hockey. Are you used to play this? You must know that even someone who has no talent and just ate the fruit of Logia, its form is fixed and its ability is temporarily lost. The amount that armament hockey needs to consume is massive. In normal battles, they attack with armament hockey's fist wrapped around themselves. Where is the armament hockey used to wrap the local powers? For the average person not to be exhausted? And wrap the armament hockey on the body of the fruit-capable person. Still haven't done any damage to the capable ones. It is the way of using super advanced hockey. It is extremely difficult for a normal fruit power user to blend in with hockey. Not to mention it's not the same person. Use hockey to blend and restrain the power of his rain fruit. Terry's armament hockey's accomplishments have definitely reached a very terrifying concept. I am snorted at this. Bastard, how did you escape this time? Let you not have a good night's rest, now give me a handle on you. Your strength is so strong. I'm here to arrange a guy who can be about the same strength as Marine Admiral Sengoku to test your qualifications. Then justifiably spread the news. Holding the righteousness of the descendants of the 20 kings, driving the ducks to the shelves. Let you do the right thing. Lord Yimu, please order me. Improperly interrupted by the 5 elders below. Let I am involuntarily snort. These 5 pigs. Cultivated for so long, the strength is still so weak. Terry is only 16 now, armament hockey's attainments are superb to this point. Hi. Really are. I am realized that, I am not afraid of not knowing the goods, I am afraid of comparing the goods. Why didn't she feel it before? Are the 5 elders so ignorant, old, and blind? Lord I am. You guys, arrange for him to test St. Terry's strength tomorrow, and test all aspects of physique, physical skills, and hockey for me. Write me a detailed report afterward. I am not wanting to see the silly 5 elders again. With a wave of hands, the mighty Hockey drives the 5 of them out of the Palace of Flowers. This time Hockey didn't intend to hurt the 5 elders. But the 5 elders felt even more uncomfortable. Because Lord I am, it's more like giving up the 5 of them. What? It feels like we've been abandoned by Lord Yim. Lord Yim, he seems to have taken a fancy to St. Terry's little. The 5 elders, who were about to say, "Little devil," immediately realized the situation and closed their mouths. Be careful. Lord Yim's thoughts are not something we can speculate. Since Lord Yim values St. Terry must also have his advantages. So, Lord Eym called us tonight for the sake of St. Terry? Cough. We're getting old after all. For a time, the complicated mood of the 5 elders. Hard to state, how could this be the case? St. Terry is just as good as, damn it. The 5 of them don't know what's so good about St. Terry. But the key is their supreme commander, their master, I am. Just *king like it. What else can we do? It's done. Gone. The next day, Holy Land Mariajoy. Outside an extremely luxurious and exquisite palace. Welcomed a whole group of elite armed men in white. Except for the wandering celestial dragons, the surrounding black-clothed staff hurriedly avoided one by one. For those who work in the Holy Land Mariajoy, everyone understands who the elite armed men in white clothes and sunglasses are. That is the highest secret cipher Pole 0 directly under the world government. Do not obey the world government, but at the command of the celestial dragons. It is an intelligence organization directly linked to the 5 elders. Among them, there are monsters no less powerful than Marine Admiral. Can make the entire organization dispatch more than a dozen people. On the Holy Land Mariajoy, it is also one of the rare sites. This is it. Lord St. Terry's residence. Lord 5 Elders has appointed us here to test Lord St. Terry's strength. But what about this situation now? Deputy Commander. Master 5 Elders asked you to come by name. In this case, you should be here too, right? Disperse the idle irrelevant personnel. The personnel of the CP0 organization did not dare to drive out the celestial dragons surrounding the Terry Palace. Celestial dragons, women with rare national treasure level appearances. As if attracted by some peerless treasure, just outside the Terry Palace. Jealousy and arguing with each other. His Royal Highness St. Terry. I brought you a new devil fruit today, it's from Paramecia, Menman fruit. As you said to me last time, Menman fruit is very practical, you can meet me as soon as possible, I will found it for you. Yo, Charlotte Palace, are you in heat early in the morning? Like a licking dog, His Royal Highness St. Terry doesn't like women who are too clingy to him. You bastard, it's your turn to scold me? The female slave you gave to His Royal Highness St. Terry is more important than your heart in His Highness St. Terry. How dare you talk about me? You two bastards, you are going to quarrel elsewhere. His Royal Highness St. Terry is still sleeping. You disturb His Highness St. Terry's sleep, what's your fault? Discussions like this one after another. The Deputy Chief of CP0 has never seen it. What can he do? What can be said? Although he is the most powerful existence in the organization CP0. As powerful as Marine Admiral, great strength. Unparalleled status, but in this situation. Also helpless. Deputy Commander, do you want to try to wake up His Highness St. Terry? Are you trying to kill me? You bastard. He, the Deputy Chief of CP0. To wake up at an untimely time, haha. Does he dare to wake up? If he dared to wake up St. Terry, who was sleeping now. That tomorrow, he is afraid that he will be jointly ridden by the 20 major families of celestial dragons and punish him. I'm afraid even the 5 elders can't protect him. Today, it was the first time he saw so many beautiful celestial dragons gathered together. Incredible. Totally unbelievable. There are so many peerless beauties in celestial dragons. They are also involved with that Saint Terry. One by one is still very much in love, after hearing that Saint Terry was sleeping. They gave up the quarrel and began to wait patiently for Saint Terry to wake up. What super luxury treatment is this? The most impatient celestial dragons in the world. And the celestial dragons waiting patiently for more than 20 people. Still the toughest woman ever. The beauty of each one is amazing. Just seeing it, we'll be amazed by their beauty. Create love that shouldn't be born. Saint Terry's means to women are too strong, aren't they? These are celestial dragons women, right? It's amazing to have them wait so patiently. More than enough to say. Then what should we do now? What to do? Wait patiently. Wait. The celestial dragons we serve are waiting. As a result, CP0 who accepted the mission of 5 elders began to wait anxiously. Until the afternoon. Terry then slowly walked out of the palace. Say hello to the celestial dragons women who have been waiting for him for so long. Under Charlotte's palace, good afternoon. Under Rudy Palace, good afternoon. This is called life. Sleeping until the sun rises again, enjoying life slowly and leisurely, without thinking about the crisis or the future, it's really good. The life of celestial dragons is really good. It's just too annoying to comfort these women licking dogs. If it wasn't for every time they came to see me, they would bring me all kinds of novelty gifts, devil fruit, I still really don't want to say hello to them. Too many sticks, too many annoying. One is more disobedient and arrogant than the other, celestial dragons are all stubborn. Hi. I don't know what the supreme being in celestial dragons, I am. What that woman looks like and what kind of temperament. But it should be more noble than these clingy mothers, right? After all, she's right there, and controlling 5 elders is like putting a leash on a dog. I am in the distance is also ready to listen to the inner voice judgment about Terry's strength. It turned out to be the first to hear Terry, his typical Poseidon scumbag. Although it is said that the emotional exchanges between the juniors. She has no way or the cheek to say anything to comment. But she still had to secretly say, Terry is too Poseidon. On this holy place Mariajoy, beautiful female celestial dragons. Became his licking dog. It's also the kind of people who take the initiative to give gifts and not return them. Is this kid ready to sow the seeds of the 20 Kings family? Force the 20 Kings family to form a big family in his generation? Thinking of this possibility, Im's head hurts a little. Maybe, it will really be done by him. With the ambition to unite 20 schools, even if he doesn't use his own talents, he is still an alternative wizard. I still covet my posture and beauty, hee. Let's talk about it when you are really willing to contribute. The CP0 staff who waited awkwardly at the door all morning. Finally, I saw the waiting master, Saint Terry came out. One by one, use the maximum marine 6 styles shaved. Instantly knelt down in front of Saint Terry. I can't wait to hold Saint Terry's thigh immediately. Let him not run. Saint Terry never comes out again. They are CP0 and will be tortured and punished by the 5 elders. More than once the 5 elders came to urge them to pass. Let them finish the task sooner. They have urgent needs in the 5 elders. But the result? Saint Terry made them waste all morning. Even the afternoon is almost over. They have only just seen the goal of the mission. How can this be done? The 5 elders' mission deadline was completed by the morning. Thinking of the punishment methods of the 5 elders. Several of them CP0 couldn't help shaking their bodies. Lord Saint Terry, Lord 5 elders has something important to ask for help from Lord Saint Terry. Also ask Lord Saint Terry to, no matter how, take His Highness Saint Terry to the palace of the 5 elders first. Go there and test your strengths. All is well. And Saint Terry also frowned, without the 5 elders by my side. He is not contrived. Don't help. Get out. Just tell the 5 elders. They're 5 wicked old men. They took the paramecia fruit at my place yesterday and pretended to be the logia fruit to deceive my maid to eat it. It's not over yet. I just don't help. I can't help anything. You guys get out. Go away. Don't get dirty with my lovely princesses. Those old dogs want me to help again. Help a fart. He fooled me yesterday with paramecia fruit disguised as Logia. I just won't help. Hey, I just don't help. I'm mad at you 5 old dogs. Come and hit me if you have the ability. CP0 heard this. One by one, the cold sweat on the forehead was flowing wildly. This, they dare not say it back. The conflict of exclusion between the 5 elders and the celestial dragons. They already knew, but today I saw Saint Terry. Only then did I know that there are people outside people, and there are days outside the sky. What is hard steel? How could their little arms and legs of CP0 stand up to the conflict between the celestial dragons and the 5 elders? What to do? Deputy Chief. God. Told us to get out. Of course we got out. What else can the Deputy Chief of CP0 do? What can I do? They are also very helpless. Terry followed the gestures of a group of beautiful women from the 20 major families of celestial dragons. Anyway, did they forcefully kidnap Saint Terry away? Say it's the attitude of the 5 elders? Ha ha. I'm afraid that it's not the 5 elders who will be hit with bad luck. I am on the throne, looking at the images from CP0 in the distance. Listening to Terry's unpretentious attitude, the water he just drank choked into his mouth, and then he grinned and laughed. Ha 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 ha. Well scolded. Well scolded. If these 5 old dogs are not scolded or targeted, they will live too carelessly and don't even know their duty. Well done, Saint Terry. I really like your temper more and more. Holy Land Mariajoy, in the huge world government palace. 5 elders, 5 old men are sitting together, listening to the intelligence personnel of the CP0 organization in white clothes and black sunglasses reporting information about Saint Terry. What did you say? He actually called us bad old men in front of all the celestial dragons' family members. He, how dare you? Are you sure? He said something like that. The 5 elders couldn't believe it. How dare Saint Terry? Where did he get the courage and courage? Wasn't he afraid that the 5 elders would give him little shoes here? To reduce the food and enjoyment of his Rosewall family. Deduct his expenses. That boy of Saint Terry can eat all the celestial dragons' women of the 20 kings by his looks. Alright. He really wasn't afraid of the 5 elders deducting his fees. Even, the 5 elders will see even more tragic situations. The patriarchs of the major families are begging for a salary increase for Saint Terry, Bailey, who has increased his expenses. The province's scourge to their family's precious daughter. But isn't he afraid we drive him to the brink of power? Let him never be able to master to the right? The 5 elders fell silent. This seems even more impossible. Because of Saint Terry, he has completely entered the eyes of Lord Yim. They even had Saint Terry's sake last night, being summoned by Lord Im in the middle of the night. He was also severely criticized and suffered a disaster. Forehead. It looks like this. We really seem to have nothing to do with that little Saint Terry. Subconsciously want to call Saint Terry little devil. But still changed it. There's no way he could blackmail the celestial dragons' women he loves. It's impossible to scold him. Whether it's Marine, or members of intelligence organizations such as CP0, none of them dare to deal with celestial dragons. 5 elders has an inexplicable sense of absurdity. Saint Terry is their toughest guy to deal with. What pirates, what One Piece. People are people with needs. Can Saint Terry have any needs? His needs. It is not. The deadline that Lord Im gave us is before tonight. Now, there are still 2 hours left. How should it be? The 5 elders don't want to be criticized by Lord Yim for 2 days in a row. Go on like this, they're all about to be cramped out. Let them take good care of them in the position of 5 elders. At least live until the next op fruit awakens. Or the discovery of pure gold. Until these 2 things that can live forever appear. Let them suffer again? I'll take a trip myself. The sword-wielding old man with glasses put down the sword in his arms, first-generation Onishi, and spoke earnestly. You alone? It's better than Lord Yim blaming us for our incompetence. Besides, I have confidence in my strength. The 12 workers of the Supreme Knife, first-generation Ghost. The strength of its master, naturally extraordinary. No. We're going to this matter too. You can't simply escape the scolding from Lord Yimu. You're a bad old man with a sword, and you want to use this name to show that you've done your best. We have to keep up. It's a poll. It's a poll. At this moment, Terry is lying leisurely on the beach. Enjoy the sunbathing spa, behind the great celestial dragon's beauties. Unexpectedly scrambled to apply sunscreen for him. This kind of thing is put outside, absolutely unimaginable event. It's celestial dragons after all. Even people who are too lazy to eat with their hands. How could he take the initiative to fight for a man to smear and cool down? This is too outrageous. Your strength is a little too light, a little heavier. Okay, Your Highness Saint Terry. The beauties of celestial dragons who helped him massage were called. Without any reluctance, even when he was shouted. There are also heart-shaped patterns in the eyes. Well, it's this strength, it's very good, Rudia Palace, your skills are getting better and better. Just. As long as Your Highness Saint Terry likes it. The celestial dragon's woman who was directly called by Terry's name. She blushed even more and lowered her head. Well, celestial dragons also has cute little girls. ... Terry is still enjoying the massage moment of the tender and boneless hands. A woman beside her started shouting directly. 5 elders are coming straight. His Royal Highness Saint Terry, the 5 elders said they were looking for you. Terry didn't even bother to look up. How many smelly 5 elders, do you have a massage fragrance? Have these thighs and scorpions? I'm hee. Just say I'm not free, I'm busy. Terry just finished speaking. The 5 elders with their signature old voices. It was passed on. Not the 5 elders, or who. The employees outside did not dare to stop them. Celestial dragons' beauties are not strong enough to stop hockey. Saint Terry, we know your grievance. I mistaken the paramecia fruit for the logia fruit yesterday, which is really a subordinate's carelessness. Saint Terry, you can't blame Uncle for some small mistakes in your hands. This phantom beast fruit is compensation, and the cat fruit has the shape of a phantom beast. And please don't mind Saint Terry too much. As the saying goes, don't slap the smiley face. The 5 elders are so good, so give them a face and stand up. Okay. Uncle, I've accepted the fruit. Do you have anything else to do? If you have nothing to do, just go back first, I'm busy here. Terry turned lazily from the beach, rolled the fruit into his hands, and waved the 5 elders away. Where have the 5 elders been so humiliated? Just about to explode. They took the initiative to find someone to meet. That person didn't even bother to move, just turn it over. Hold back. Must hold back. Saint Terry, to be honest, we are here for a big event. We also ask Saint Terry to help. My dear, what is the big deal, so that you can receive this anger and speak to me politely? How come I have never seen such a masochistic existence? This 5 elders is too bad. As you say it, I will definitely not help you if you are busy. Saint Terry waved his hand. We also implored Saint Terry to come and help with a fitness test. This physical fitness test was approved by the king. In order to secure the future of celestial dragons, each celestial dragons should do their part. Good guy, are you here waiting for me to get a suit? Want to reuse me? Brain cancer? Or have dementia? I'm so lazy, how can you still use me like this? What about the king? Don't you fear that I am going back and peeling your skins by borrowing Im's name? I'm weak. Terry answered the question without thinking. I'm joking, it's okay to hang and beat you 5 old men alone. As far as your hockey level is concerned, it's really too funny. The constitution is not refined, the limbs are weak, the lower plate is unstable, hockey is humiliated and weak, and everything is much worse. Just like you, don't fight me. It's boring, really. Do not. I don't want to be exposed. Where can 5 elders be? It's hard to get a chance. To be able to punch this damn Saint Terry, the 5 elders are finally going to give him good fruit. It's alright. The test is fast, because today is the first time. So it's up to 5 of us old men to be the testers for your new generation of young people. After all, you have to demonstrate by example. Likewise, Saint Terry, you are also a new generation of young people. Model. So, ready? Saint Terry, it's coming. I've been scolded and beaten by I am Sama these days. But too much, and the insults from Saint Terry. They must take advantage of this momentum to take revenge on Saint Terry. Gotta take this Saint Terry lesson a lesson. The mighty conqueror's Haki unleashed. Push all irrelevant celestial dragons out of the field. Throughout the venue, only the 5 elders and Saint Terry were left. Damn old thing, play the yin. I said I disagree, but still strong. Real Nima brain tumor patients. Lousy is upset. Today, if you don't show your strength and continue to lie down, you will also be F***ked into the crematorium, so that you can stay in the urn and reflect on it. Shatter. Kyoka Suigetsu. Shatter. Kyoka Suigetsu. As Terry's voice fell, creaking, like the sound of a broken mirror. Sounds in an instant. I am on the throne. He jumped up suddenly from his chair. I really don't know if I don't try it. Terry's younger generation really hides a lot of things she didn't know. Even the 5 elders could be seriously injured by Terry. Nothing like Terry's novelty here excites her. Shatter? Kyoka Suigetsu? What is that? I was curious. She has lived for hundreds of years. Never heard such a term. It's peculiar. It should be said that I can know everything on the Holy Land Mariajoy through observation Haki, but that language, and related words, why have I never heard of it? I wanted to investigate further. Maybe the 5 elders will have more information if you force it. Result, she heard even bigger information from Terry again. The 5 old men obediently return to and ask for a beating. Lousy doesn't want to hit you. Save yourself by exposing yourself. Let educate you. Get out. Forget all the information about me and the purpose of looking for me, and go to Im's place to provoke her. It's a bit difficult to give this hint. Are you so afraid and resistant to the name I am? Then take the initiative to chat and tell one of the stupid things you have done. For example, the biggest mistake you have done is also the biggest regret. That is, Charlotte Linlin, who would have been a member of the CP0 organization, was lost when she showed her talent at the age of 7 or 8, and she became a pirate. Let her now become a confidant of the world government and become a big pirate ant. I am listening to increasingly exaggerated intelligence. Instantly frowned. Big Mom, Charlotte Linlin. That pirate with a natural power and a steel balloon? Didn't she destroy the giant's hometown at the age of 8? At the time, I also followed her. After all, such a gifted child. A person who can become a world government, that's at least a marine-level guy. But the 5 old dogs of the 5 elders, not to me. Charlotte Linlin slaughtered members of the CP0 organization and defected to become a pirate. Are they deceiving me? 37 years ago. Charlotte Linlin was 8 years old. I clenched his fists. Naturally, she didn't believe Terry's voice, but this is very possible. Because of the current 5 elders, it was precisely she was chosen by her 40 years ago. In other words, what Terry said, the way the 5 elders lied to her. When they first came to power, it's time to start. Very good. You are fine. I am not listening, do not know. As soon as I heard it, I felt that the 5 elders were simply the biggest traitor of the world government. How dare they do this? What also shocked was that Terry's 2 major abilities, the first is to be able to suggest, and psychological manipulation, of the 5 elders. Haki from the 5 elders is nothing short of strong. But Terry was able to pass through such a powerful Haki. Give a hint to their hearts, and the more surprising fact is that Terry, he actually knew the details of the major events under the control of the world government 5 elders. The key is, Terry he didn't get the intel from the 5 elders himself by suggesting mind manipulation. In other words, Terry himself is very likely to hide a unique intelligence line. That intelligence line is enough to probe every detail of world government. So much more than she can handle. The more I think about it, the more shocked. That is to say, Terry's voice in front of him, is it true that he is far more powerful than the 5 elders? Is everything he knows enough? Involuntarily narrowed his eyes. Think back to past clips. Immediately, I felt that I had returned to the moment when the world government was established 800 years ago. It was so turbulent back then. At that time, there were also amazing talents like Saint Terry. Shatter. Kyoka Suigetsu. A mind-manipulating, suggestive power? The 5 elders are afraid of me from the bottom of their hearts, so they don't dare to bump into me. That means, Terry can only order actions that don't go against the physiological instincts of the caster, right? Saint Terry, you have given me more and more surprises. If you lived 800 years ago, you must be a hero that I can remember for life. It's a pity that you were only born now. As long as I am in this world, you will always be the junior standing by my side. Ha 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 ha. Im's exposure to Terry's strength and the horrific sophistication of his personal intelligence system. There is no conflict whatsoever, on the contrary. She even started an offbeat appreciation, if you want to ask why. Because she understands what kind of person Saint Terry is on her back. If you have to describe it, that is people who return to the original after seeing the details of the world. It's true that it's plain and simple, isn't it? Ha 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 ha. Such a mind, Saint Terry. I can't let you be plain. Now that you know that your strength is far superior to the 5 elders, then you can go there with Marine, and you don't need to worry about your safety. The 5 elders have paved the way for you at Marine too, and laid the foundation for your fame. My senior has to inspire and motivate your junior. How can you be ordinary? My senior is forging ahead. How can you be lazy? I smiled. Result, untimely, the 5 elders returned obediently. Faltering, with a remorseful look, a snot and a tear. Climbed to her feet. Such a sloppy cry of regret. It will only disgust Lord We did it wrong. Charlotte Linlin is now the big pirate mama. She could have been brought to the Holy Land Mariajoy and trained to be a CP0 elite. But listening to the 5 elders going back and forth regretting that Charlotte Linlin was not a member of the CP0 group. Disgusting. At the same time, more secretly elaborate on Terry's shatter. Kyoka Suigetsu. The ability of hint and mind manipulation brought about is strong. Such a powerful ability. My descendants. It's terrifying. Really want to hurry up to stimulate your fighting spirit. The era of great upheaval predicted by someone 800 years ago is coming. 20 years left. My descendants, don't you want to do something? As for the 5 elders in front of you. Ha ha. I am too lazy to give them a good look. Give them a slap in the face, spit blood out of their mouths. Lying on the ground covered in blood and tears. The internal injury and the new injury caused the 5 old men to suffer unceasingly. They took revenge on Terry without authorization. It was against her will, if it wasn't for their loyalty. And there are no better running dogs around. Didn't mind sending them straight on the road. Kami. This slap was given to you on behalf of Saint Terry. You will take revenge on Saint Terry in the future, and want to attack him under the guise of me. Don't blame me for another batch of 5 elders. Do you guys understand? Under these cold words, the 5 elders completely abandoned all ideas of Saint Terry. Directly put the weight of Saint Terry under and over 10,000 people. We get it. Lord That's good. There is one more thing for you to do. You guys don't treat your injuries yet. Take your injuries, go and apologize to Saint Terry. Inform him by the way, and let him go for a walk around Marine's public execution of Gold D. Roger. Understand? As for how to persuade, it depends on your ability. Zanpakuto Kyoka Suigetsu, it is Aizen Sosuke's weapon in Shinigami. This is the initial gift package for Terry to hide himself in the One Piece world. Plus the small Ryotsu and Ryotsu training method, obtained by continuing to lay flat. Terry succeeded in initially acquiring the power of the Zanpakuto called Kyoka Suigetsu. Manipulate the 5 senses of the person who sees the knife, and psychologically suggest to them, so as to achieve the ability to control the mind. Terry, who just got this ability, it just doesn't feel great. This is a flat tool, no matter who, interfering with his laying life. He will definitely use Kyoka Suigetsu for group manipulation mind cues. After all, the Ryotsu and Zanpakuto abilities in the Shinigami world. It is the biggest killer for the world of One Piece. As long as there is no existence that surpasses Terry's soul quality and Ryotsu's quality. Then the Zanpakuto that Terry gets, Kyoka Suigetsu. It is a skill that cannot be escaped by force. As long as he doesn't commit crimes on a large scale in front of the world. That's it. Just like just now. A psychic hint to the 5 elders. Let the 5 elders take the initiative to disobey I am. Let I am teach them a lesson himself. As for Terry teaching them personally? That's okay, at the very least. He had to find a time when the moon was dark and the wind was high and he didn't expose himself. And the 5 elders are essentially in the same line as him. All celestial dragons, it's the position of the world government. The 5 elders even gave him constant money to enjoy. It's just that I've been a little crazy in the last few days and become a rabid dog. You can't bite me because the dog has rabies, so I'm going to bite the dog. Isn't the correct way to let the dog's owner euthanize the dog and then let the dog's owner compensate me? Being a person and doing things must first become a normal person. For the idiots with hot-blooded brains, they can't live a flat life. It's the right move for someone like me. In this way, the 5 elders will go back to the bad luck, and maybe they will be able to let I am know what makes me special. After Yimu knew that I was curious about me, I took the opportunity to win a wave of Yimu and fascinated her, so I went to eat soft rice completely. Oh no. Days of lying flat. From now on, my wife will be I am. Who dare not let me enjoy? Terry can already imagine, the 5 elders were beaten all over their heads. There is even the possibility of being executed by I am. I can't help but think about floating up. Ah, today's wind is really noisy. I hope the new 5 elders who will be replaced next time will be a little more decent and be kind to me. You can let me go. Terry ordered someone to clean up the banquet venue that had just been messed up by the 5 elders. It's really hard for me. Don't I deserve to enjoy the life of lying flat? The 5 elders have run away. Then the music and the dance. Let's continue our banquet. This heartfelt sound made Yimu's brows tremble. It's not that she hasn't been pursued, but those people have become dust. Turned into the past. Now, suddenly a junior she is optimistic about is like this. He actually dared to say hi to me? Im's hand, reaching out to give orders to the 5 elders, stopped. Those who don't know are innocent. This bastard clearly knows that the sky is high and the earth is extremely powerful, and he hopes to be delusional. You can't blame him just because he thinks about it. He hasn't acted yet. He hasn't acted yet. If you haven't done what you thought in your mind, you're innocent. Otherwise, everyone in the world will be criminals. I am exhorted himself again and again. This relieved the mood. Boy, you still want me to be your wife. At least 800 years earlier. When will you be able to obtain the power of immortal surgery? Let me see all your abilities and talk about it. I am snorted coldly. Obviously she still looks up to Terry. Terry here, his banquet hasn't fully recovered yet. The person who disturbed the atmosphere of the banquet came again. It made Terry's teeth itch. For the troublemaker. It's not someone else, it was the 5 elders who had been given spiritual hints by Terry before. Do you want people to enjoy it? Mad. Why are the days so hard? If you hadn't sensed that your body was weak and full of internal and external injuries, Lousy would have really shot you and beat you up. Seeing the badly wounded 5 elders run back. Terry was out of breath. You have all been beaten to death by Yimu Fat. Do you still want to do something to me? Be careful. I will let my future wife, I am, continue to beat you. I am heard Terry's voice, the mood that has just been disturbed by the great impact. Fried again. This kid. Do you think you've eaten me up? I am can't stand it, directly to the command line of the 5 elders in the distance. You directly said, in the name of the king, send Saint Terry to Marine for inspection activities. Because the conspiracy about Gold D. Roger, the pirate king, was discovered by Saint Terry, he needs to be responsible for this matter. Give him the honorary title of 5 elders. Let him directly participate in the operation of world government. Brat. I'm going to fight you myself. The 5 old dogs of the 5 elders are pure waste. Since you want me to be your wife, come and have a try if you can. See if you can have such a large amount of equipment. I handed you the stage of the world, boy. His Royal Highness Saint Terry, please have a lot of Haihan for the previous matter. Yeah. In order to ensure the safety of His Royal Highness Saint Terry, we have to do such a thing. It's about world government, it's about Marine's future, His Royal Highness Saint Terry. The king has announced a new oral edict. Because Saint Terry found out that the conspiracy of the world's great criminal, Gold D. Roger, was successful, He hereby gave Saint Terry the honorary title of Five Elders, and from now on, he will directly participate in the operation of the world government. You can interrogate and modify all the command paths of world government. The king also specially praised the glory of His Royal Highness Saint Terry, and for His Highness Saint Terry to gain the support of everyone in the world government, and personally cleared the way for His Highness Saint Terry. So please, His Royal Highness Saint Terry to inspect naval headquarters. These several old men are in front of everyone. Not only apologize to Terry, even in the presence of the celestial dragons, women of so many families. Announced. Let Terry go straight to the Honorable Five Elders. Aha. Honor Five Elders F** King 6 people. Is it a virtue to have 5 people like 4 Uranus? Maid. You are hurting me. Are hurting me. Gone. What are you old men doing? What are you doing? What do you want to do? Is this irritating me? I want to continue lying down. Do not talk. Shut up. Shut up. Feel the admiration of those around you. His Royal Highness Saint Terry received a personal apology from the 5 elders? Really amazing. His Royal Highness Saint Terry. Having become an honorary 5 elders at such a young age, he also received a personal oracle from the king. That is the highest honor. Visit naval headquarters. Your Royal Highness Saint Terry, you are amazing too. I would love to have a baby for His Royal Highness Saint Terry. My blood and his bloodline will surely produce the best offspring of celestial dragons. Ah! His Royal Highness Saint Terry's demeanor is so handsome. And the Lord who has won the glory, Terry. Accepting the appointment and dismissal with a gentle face. But he cursed madly in his heart. I'm sorry. You hurt me. Didn't I just trick these 5 old dogs? Why are you so curious about me? Should not be. What the hell? My lying flat life. Naval Headquarters. Marine Marshal Kuang also received a new appointment letter from the world government. To be able to successfully get everything in place. Kuang can be said to be very sad at this moment. The original head that didn't have much hair. Become brighter. New honor 5 elders, Celestial Dragons Saint Terry. Will come to Naval Headquarters for inspection work. Marine Marshal Kuang can't wait to use this notice to arrange work to wipe his ass. Out of sight is pure. Kuang, who frequents the Holy Land Mariajoy, knows exactly what the celestial dragons are. As a result, he became increasingly concerned about Marine's situation. I couldn't help but let out a sigh. Sengoku, please let all the officers above the general rank of Naval Headquarters come over for an emergency meeting. Especially female officers, they must be allowed to come over without any reason for refusal. Sengoku asked concerned, what emergency happened? Kuang patted Sengoku reluctantly on the shoulder and handed the appointment letter and notice from the world government to Sengoku. Kuang shook his head. Sengoku, the future Marine will be entirely up to you. I can't designate it anymore. I'm getting old and I can't stand the excitement. The world's safety and targeting also depend on you, Master. The idea of rushing to retreat, Kuang has been born more than once. But it has never been stronger than it is now. Especially now. He really didn't understand the situation at all. One more celestial dragons to be honored 5 elders. Even if the celestial dragons are highly capable, observant, and attentive. Even discovered the conspiracy of One Piece Gold D. Roger. But that's also celestial dragons, and only 16 years old. Also the celestial dragons famous in the Holy Land Mariajoy. Such changes have never been seen before. Kuang was stunned. How was the appointment of the 5 elders so easy? Is it because he can't keep up with the trend of the new era? Sengoku noticed the tiredness on the marshal's face. What happened? Kuang said earnestly. 5 elders, now it's become 6. Sengoku was full of question marks. 5 elders turned into 6? When did this happen? How come he, Marine Admiral, doesn't know the slightest bit of wind? And since it has become 6, why not change its name to 6 Old Stars? Sengoku, the pressure brought by the world government of the 5 elders, I can't stand it anymore. The pressure of the next 6 Old Stars is entirely up to you. You must protect Marine's foundation. Sengoku. This Marine's seat is hot. Grinding people. Not much to say, you can read the notice yourself. Go and gather all the generals. Kong's tone, as if begging for the funeral, gave Sengoku an inexplicable sense of tragic and solemnity. Obviously at this moment, he was entrusted with the position of marshal by his own leader, the current Marine Marshal Kong. It can even be said that he has been appointed by default, and he can be promoted again immediately, fully realizing his concept of justice that reigns over the world. But why does Sengoku feel so tragic? As if he was going to be out of luck. Watching Kong leave the office, Sengoku picked up the letter of appointment that Kong had handed him and examined it carefully. The paper has a photo image of the new honorary 5 elders celestial dragons, Saint Terry, and his introduction. Just makes Sengoku feel scared. It's too young. It's too wild. This must not take away all of Marine's new generation of young women. Saint Terry, isn't that the young man we discussed at length last night? Sengoku's face twitched once or twice. I just thought what I did last night was a little ridiculous. He used his Marine Admiral position last night to force the world government to keep Saint Terry's life and safety. Today, they have become the immediate bosses of the world government, the honorary 5 elders. This contrast, this gap, Sengoku couldn't help but take a deep breath and said, "Gone." Take a closer look at this splendid appointment text. He actually saw the meaning of marshal equals puppet. I can't help but wipe my glasses and take a closer look. No longer, marshal equals puppet, instead, it became, marshal equals steward of celestial dragons. Sengoku's face changed greatly. He hurriedly ran after Kong and shouted, disregarding his image. "Marshal Kong, you are still young and powerful, and Sengoku cannot accept such a heavy responsibility. Please take your life back." On the other hand, Marine hero Garp is also making his last private visit to the arrested Gore D. Roger. Garp, ha ha ha, here you are. If it hadn't been for the bracelet on Gold D. Roger's body. It doesn't even feel like he's being arrested and jailed, but enjoying himself on vacation. Roger, you bastard. Thump, with a bang, Roger's body smashed into the stone cell, forming a huge pothole. Compared to Roger's smiling face, Garp punched through the iron bars of the cell full of anger as soon as they met, hitting Roger in the face and sending him flying out. But soon, Roger got up and sat up. He didn't care about the easy possession of the cell with the hole in it and the door wide open. Hey, Garp, I said we're all old friends, you just punch me when you come up. That's not your style. The grinning face seemed to have not been attacked. Gold D. Roger twitched the corners of his mouth and smiled. Don't play stupid to me, Roger. Garp punched Roger in the face again. And this time with a darker armament hockey, successfully made Roger's face shine. After getting up from the ground again, his nose bleeds. I want to use my kindness to publicly execute you. You want to use your death to make a public declaration, and you want to start the most uncountable act of the age of pirates. What do you want me to think about, Roger? After Garp finished speaking, he sent another 2 punches. And this time, Roger didn't fall, and he didn't fly. But with his face that lost the smile on the corner of his mouth. Strongly resisted the angry fist from Marine hero Garp. Huh. Garp. What the hell is going on? Gold D. Roger's voice was deep and full of questions. How come? His plan. His thoughts were actually known. What the hell is going on? Who saw through? Is there a presence on the Holy Land Mariajoy? Is it from Mariajoy? Garp. I don't know, bastard. Garp still punched up. You bastard, don't think about anything. Your conspiracy has been seen through. At the moment of your execution, our Marine will dispatch all our high-end combat power to take you down. Make sure the public execution goes smoothly. I advise you not to make any changes. If you accept the execution obediently, it will be more comfortable. Garp's eyes stared like copper bells. It was full of intimidation. It made Roger laugh again. Ha ha ha. It really is the existence of Mariajoy. He's really scary enough. This time, he has also figured it out. But I won't stop there. Garp. You know me. If it's what I'm going to do, I'll do it even if I die. Ha ha ha. Garp won't answer anymore. He put his arms around his chest. Glared at Gold D. Roger. Of course he wouldn't tell Roger about Saint Terry. Even if Saint Terry is the celestial dragons that Garp has always disliked. He also won't deliver the news. He wants to end the era of pirates. Send this guy in front of you to the execution platform. Garp, you're still the same. You don't look like the one from Mariojoy. Instead, some kind of guy you hate. I guess, the one that marine hero Garp hates but has to protect and keep secret. Is the guy who saw through my plans the celestial dragons. Roger guessed the truth by following the words. You. Garp, don't be too quick to deny it. I have the aptitude to listen to all things. You should understand. I can hear it, right? What if you guessed it? Your thoughts have been completely seen through. Your heinous thoughts. Roger interrupted Garp. Garp. The era of pirates can't be stopped. I'm just lucky and unfortunate enough to be able to open this era. Ha 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 ha. However, this news really surprised me. A celestial dragons, who can see through my plans. Is it an old man of a big family? Gold D. Roger continued to question Garp. It's a 16-year-old boy. Under Garp's words, Roger's laughter stopped abruptly. Into a thicker silence. The extraordinary 16-year-old celestial dragons. Thrive in 20 years and grow to its prime, then 20 years later. Become the pinnacle of the wave that has shaken and subverted the 800-year rule of the world government. Every move involves the direction of the world. Such a hero. So proud. He, Roger, didn't even have time to meet him. It's such a pity, too sorry. Can you tell me, what's the name of that celestial dragons? Garp. Roger's eyes flashed brightly. The light in those eyes. Making Garp silent again and bow his head again. What's the use of knowing this now? I couldn't possibly tell you. Remember him, of course. Remember the biggest rival of the D family in the future. Garp. Just as Garp sat opposite Roger, the soldier with the order arrived in the prison. Looking at the smashed powdered wall, taking a deep breath. Forcibly calm down, give the order to come down. Garp Vice Admiral, Marshal Kuang ordered all generals to go to his conference room for a meeting. It is said that His Royal Highness Saint Terry is coming to the Marine headquarters to inspect. Hey, celestial dragons is fine. Mariojoy doesn't wait. Why are you running to Marine headquarters? It's disgusting. Garp showed disgust and said words of contempt for celestial dragons, but he still stood up obediently and was about to turn around. Leave. Garp Vice Admiral, this wall, this prison. In One Piece Gore D. Roger. The messenger was also panicking to death. How can this be done? One Piece Gold D. Roger was placed in the empty room like this. Prisons were pierced by Garp Vice Admiral. What should I do? It's fine. I'll just go back by myself, ha 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 ha. But you, Marine, can you talk to me about that celestial dragons, Saint Terry, on the way? Roger. Garp punched again violently, and the wind was blowing. Thump. That hard iron fist, to thoroughly ventilate the originally broken prison. It's a pity that the punch didn't hit Roger successfully. Card. Garp Vice Admiral. The messenger was simply stunned. Is this Garp the fist? The cell of indestructible sea stone. He was actually smashed through with his fist. I'll take him to a new prison. You go back and tell Sengoku, Marshal Kong, I said come later. Garp pulled Roger's shackles away, go far away. At the same time, he did not forget to command the messenger. Don't be like that, Garp, shouldn't that celestial dragons be called, Terry? Shut up, I won't reveal anything again. And Roger, who kept hitting Garp sideways and getting complete information about Saint Terry. His face darkened even more. Not enough to sigh inwardly. The old enemy of the D family, finally, it also conforms to this era of stirring the world trend. Has a monster of monsters been born? Rosewall. Terry. To stigmatize oneself, a monster that hides its talents. This time because he successfully became the patriarch of the Celestial Dragons family. The resource was successfully acquired, so this is the beginning of wanting to seize more power and resources. To show your talents? Such a hideous monster. I really want to fight him head to head. And Saint Terry, who is always in the mind of the current One Piece Gold D. Roger. He squinted and fell asleep. Reports from the Daily World Summit held by the 5 elders. Really makes him sleepy. Where did the money come from? Where is the need to send troops? Where do you need to be disobedient? What does it have to do with him? The 5 elders were also taught a lesson. Dare to wake up Saint Terry, who was blatantly sleeping at the World Summit. Can only swallow. After all, the 5 elders were taught by Lord Yim for 2 consecutive days. Their flesh was smashed to shreds. How can you not learn a lesson? Cough. Now is the last talk of the World Summit. It's about the Pirate King Gold D. Rogers' conspiracy being discovered, and he himself needs to be quickly transferred. His Royal Highness Saint Terry. What do you think about this matter? Cough cough. Cough 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 cough. I coughed for a long time. 5 elders nearly coughed up their lungs with armament hockey. This woke up the sleepy Saint Terry. Is something wrong? Lord 5 elders? Smelly old man. The coughing is not over, right? Got tuberculosis? If you're sick, go get it right away. The provincial contagion to me, and even to my future wife, I am. In case my wife I am has any questions, I will ask you. The 5 elders couldn't hear the complicated voice of Saint Terry. Otherwise, you will be screaming for injustice. How dare they? Sir, I am, too. In front of His Royal Highness Saint Terry. Now they are the fathers of the 5 old men. They don't have time to offer it. 5 elders. It's like this, after all, Gold D. Rogers' conspiracy was discovered by you. Saint Terry interrupted the 5 elders. What have I found? What did I find again? Gold D. Rogers' conspiracy. One Piece's Yang conspiracy. I found this. Saint Terry wondered. What conspiracy? Gold D. Roger is ready to die as a martyr and set off a wave of the era of the great pirates with his own death. Wait. Let me make up my mind. Terry frowned. I feel unusual. What's the situation? What happened? Here is the report you wrote about Gold D. Rogers' conspiracy. This is also your first achievement since becoming an honorary 5 elders. Terry glanced at the submitted report. What? What's the matter? How did I discover Yongmu and write a report? Where did I come from to be so diligent? I'm a genius lying flat. Can I do such a tiring thing? Who did it for me? Does this have to force me to death? And many more. Could it be I am? Terry looked confused. Then I immediately thought of the most likely scenario. Suddenly frowned. Step on a horse. It turned out to be a toolman who took credit. I am too wrong. I am. You found out the situation. It's not easy to come forward. Why did you ask me to take credit? Too much. Wife. Good guy. I am. Don't look at you as my future wife. Make me an honorary 5 elders, and give me credit. Let me tell you. I don't do it. Even if you are the future wife. I don't do it either. This is a human officer. What I didn't do, you did it, and then said it was my credit. I know you like me. I want to make your husband and I famous in the world, but you are wrong. Life is too short. 5 elders are nothing. Your husband, I just want to live a normal life. What is credit? What is fame? That's just a passing cloud. Not Terry to say, but I am did a great job. Thus excavated by I am, give credit to his head. How can he sit still? The essential, he still can't refuse. Because there is no righteousness at all. Everything about world government is up to I am. Even celestial dragons has rumors of Yim here. Call it, the king. He actually took credit for Yim's hat buckling method. There is no way. Gone. He is strong by him, the breeze blows the hills. He is horizontal by him, the bright moon shines on the river. I just sit down. Say nothing, say nothing. Meetings, face-to-face meetings, everything is simple and lazy. Even if you push me into a position, I just don't do anything. Isn't it over? Hey, I just occupy the ditch and don't poop. Don't do shit. Just dry rice. Terry made a decision. Whatever your identity. Where are you? He must have wanted to feel the fish and lie down. I am sitting among the flowers, the veins on the forehead bulged a little. For Terry's dislike of the position of 5 elders. She understands. She doesn't even care, but. Terry. Why did he start talking nonsense in his heart? Not even the shadow of her I am was seen. Just started calling wife in your heart all day long. The more you shout, the more you shout. Simply ignore her I am. He clearly knew his own existence accurately. Also understand their status and power. I am smirked angrily. The more you are like this, the more excited I am. I just love seeing you resist my voice. Let me continue to see your shades and lengths, Terry. I see how long you can hold back with me. Let us wait and see. I am not feeling like he's going to lose. She could hear Terry's heart. Can she lose? If she can lose to Terry, then she willingly fulfilled Terry's wish to be his wife, okay? During the World Summit in the Holy Land Mariajoy, the 5 elders were still waiting to hear from Saint Terry. Saint Terry, after all, the Gold D. Roger thing was discovered by you and wrote the detailed plan. So it's up to you to decide. Gold D. Roger's transfer location is more secure. The 5 elders are also helpless. I can only talk nonsense with my eyes open. It was clearly the analysis they heard from Lord I Am. Their detailed response plan written in hand by the 5 elders. However, it was all given to the absent-minded Saint Terry by Lord Yim. This is too deceptive. But they, the 5 elders, had to treat Saint Terry as a father. Otherwise, Lord Yimu will definitely not be able to eat and walk around. Jealousy, envy, and unspeakable grievances, the 5 elders somehow felt that way. This guy doesn't work. There is also a reputation benefit. At the age of 16, he became an honorary 5 elders. Wouldn't he be able to become I Am Sama's husband at the age of 20? Hi. People will be pissed off. The 5 elders were unwilling and could only hide it. Terry is thick-skinned, the 5 elders look what they want. He still looked tired. I think the 5 elders have a good idea, and I don't have a problem. As for how Gold D. Roger is placed, I don't know. After all, I am an honorary 5 elders. I don't know the details, I am inexperienced, and I rely on the 5 elders to make decisions. Hey, I'm just inexperienced, so I'll be taken out of my work in the future. One thing to say, one thing, cool. The 5 elders heard Terry's humble words. There was no surprise or comfort in my heart for a while. There was even panic. Will this kid be fishing again? Just like last time? Shouldn't I have secretly contacted I Am Sama again? Using means of communication they don't know about? Lord I Am watching our World Summit now. In the event that Lord Yim finds out that we have arbitrarily decided on matters that should have been the responsibility of Saint Terry. Will Lord I Am punish us directly? Think of this. A cold sweat broke out from the back of the 5 elders. Not impossible, but according to the style of Saint Terry, most likely. It is said that a donkey will not step into the same pit twice. They 5 elders have had 3 lessons in a row in these 2 days. Where can I not have a long memory? No. This itself is something that His Royal Highness Saint Terry is responsible for deciding. How dare the 5 of us old fellows dare to cross the line without authorization? That's right. Besides, His Royal Highness Saint Terry is very talented, and the lack of experience is not a big deal. Isn't the current Gold D. Roger matter just used to gain experience with His Highness Saint Terry? As for youth, it's even more of a joke. All 5 of us old men are envious of His Highness Saint Terry's youthful, vigorous and decisive. How can we think that His Highness Saint Terry is ignorant? Honor 5 elders, and a member of the 5 elders. The king has already assigned the responsibilities to His Royal Highness Saint Terry, and please His Highness Saint Terry not to refuse. If you feel that the accumulation of experience in this matter is not enough, we still have a lot of events that have been decided for His Royal Highness Saint Terry to watch and accumulate experience. Terry frowned upon hearing this. WTF? Don't you 5 old men like power the most? Why do you want to delegate power one by one now? Am I being targeted? Terry looked at the events that were pushed out. Chief among them is the good news, information specially requested by CP0 agents. The Flying Sky Pirates disappeared for 6 years? Golden Lion himself may have died in the fight against the Roger Pirates, and his whereabouts have been unknown for 6 years. Huh? Is His Royal Highness Saint Terry interested in this message? This is exciting and good news. After all, it is a good thing to be completely eliminated in the struggle between the big pirates. The 5 elders were flushed with red faces. This is the credit of our CP0. After all, instigating the struggle between the Roger Pirates and the Flying Sky Pirates also has the credit of the CP0 agent. It is a good thing to be able to successfully break out the Battle of 8 Wall and destroy a big pirate force in one fell swoop. The 5 elders compliment their CP0. Terry is also too good to pierce their faces. Also full of self-confidence. The Golden Lion is dormant now. People think that in the era of Roger, he does not deserve to continue to dominate, he is making way for Roger. People are full of love with Roger, and they fall in love because of fighting. But now the world government has announced that Roger was arrested by Marine. Golden Lion can't believe it. He was about to attack the naval headquarters, and for 3 days and 3 nights, the naval headquarters was destroyed. You are still laughing here. Laugh at Nima. When the naval headquarters, the dignity of the world government is damaged, and the stink bird of Morgans of the world newspaper rides on its face, can you still laugh? Here, I am smiled, ha ha ha, laughed on the throne. Your credit is coming again, bastard. You just wait for more and more credit on your head. 5 elders, you can order someone to contact Morgans of the world newspaper and have him write a news report that the new honorary of the Holy Land Mariajoy, the 5 elders, found that the Golden Lion was going to attack the naval headquarters and gave orders to strengthen the naval headquarters armed forces. Well, it's all in the name of Saint Terry. Yes, Saint Terry packs a ticket in his name. Just give out the news. I has absolute confidence. Anyway, this time Terry's reputation is good or bad. All will explode in the world. Naval headquarters. Marshal Kuang is holding a meeting with the elites of naval headquarters. The meeting in question is nothing else. Precisely, there was a discussion about the fact that the new honorary 5 elders, Celestial Dragons Saint Terry, were going to inspect naval headquarters. All naval headquarters operators above the general level participated. Loudly, in the end, the discussion was summed up by Marine Chief of Staff Crane. Then the conclusion of this meeting is, within the limits of the bottom line, try to meet the requirements of the inspection of Saint Terry. At the same time, all female cadets, female officers, and female officers of naval headquarters should avoid going out as much as possible. If it is not necessary, don't do any activities outside. Finally, I hope you will remember one thing: no matter how approachable Saint Terry may be, we must also remember that he is Celestial Dragons, a nobleman of the world, an existence that we need to treat with respect. The last few sentences of this speech are emphasized again. The generals and officers present knew what it meant. It's nothing more than, no matter how good Saint Terry is, he is also Celestial Dragons, and he has his own arrogance. Just because the meeting will be recalled by world government records. That's why I said it so respectfully on the face of it. But this apparent respect, all generals and generals know it. Understand? Understood. Okay, then proceed. Before Marine Marshal Kuang dismissed the meeting. Dong dong dong, people from outside the conference room knocked on the door and shouted loudly. Emergency announcement from world government. Come in. After the intelligence officer in black saluted Marine Marshal Sora in the conference room. The official notification began. His Royal Highness the new honorary 5 elders, Saint Terry, was concerned about the security measures of naval headquarters and worried that before One Piece's execution, naval headquarters would encounter a large-scale attack by the great pirate Golden Lion Shiki, and deliberately sent 9 members of the CP0 organization to come here. Help. Before One Piece's leadership, the 9 members of the CP0 organization will be stationed in naval headquarters to assist naval headquarters to stabilize law and order. During this period, the 9 members of the CP0 organization will follow Marshal Marine's transfer and task arrangements. As soon as the news came out, immediately, all the generals and officers of naval headquarters were in a mixed mood. They seemed to be getting scum. Very inhumane. Forefoot they are still meeting, worrying about their new honor, 5 elders, Saint Terry, intimidated and robbed civilian women while they were inspecting naval headquarters. As a result, the people in the back corner sent people over. Work together to defend naval headquarters. This. Aren't they too inhumane? Talk ill of people behind their backs. Protect people? The meeting hasn't been dissolved yet. People are worried about the safety of naval headquarters. Besides, that Saint Terry didn't do much, and the 2 big moves to naval headquarters in a row are really excellent. Pulling the hearts of all naval headquarters generals and officers. At the very least, the goodwill has improved. The favorability of Saint Terry, who is Celestial Dragons, has changed from a negative number to a negative number closer to 0. It's just that many people don't have such a thick skin and don't know how to express their current mood. But Kong is definitely old fritters and cheeky. Then first, Marine Marshal Kong, formally accept the love from the new honorary 5 elders, Saint Terry, at this meeting. Thank you for his great support for Marine. Thank you for his support for maritime security. But I have a doubt here. It's about the great pirate Golden Lion Shiki. Didn't he disappear for a long time after losing his fleet in the sea battle with One Piece? Why did he suddenly attack naval headquarters? And hearing the news, the intelligence organization personnel in black shook their heads. This information comes directly from the 5 elders, and we don't know about it. I also ask Your Excellency Marshal Marine to forgive me. Off stage, Garp sat side by side with Sengoku and chatted secretly. Sengoku, when you become Marshal Marine, will you become as shameless as Marshal Kong? Huh. Sengoku looked bewildered, not knowing what nonsense his old comrade was talking about. You see that the front foot of Marshal Kong scolded and denounced the celestial dragons named Terry in a meeting, and the back foot calmly accepted the benefits of Terry to express his gratitude. Is this called eating with a bowl and putting it down to curse mother? You will become a Marshal Marine, is that the case? Garp asked curiously, buttoning his booger. Garp. Marshal Kong has done a lot for Marine, including dignity. Do you understand? That's right. There's something inside. Sengoku. Ha 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 ha. This is it. You really have what it takes to be a marshal. Sengoku. Garp saw that Sengoku was in time for Kong, and instantly pointed his right index finger at Sengoku's his face, regardless of his image, burst out laughing. This is what I want to see. Ha 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 ha. You really understand me, Sengoku. Garp. Sengoku's forehead burst with blue veins, and sometimes he really can't stand his old friend's jokes. However, having said that, that celestial dragon's Terry is really different from the others, Sengoku. Garp as a marine hero, it was natural to understand that a dangerous person like Golden Lion would never disappear. That big pirate is definitely planning something behind the scenes. Yeah. Garp. I didn't expect Saint Terry to be able to get this far. The sudden onslaught of the Golden Lion and the counterattack of the Roger pirates are what we Marines need to watch out for. Sengoku nodded as well. He is actually the most pity of Terry's talent. Such a character is definitely a good man in the sea. Unfortunately. Totally impossible. If only Terry wasn't celestial dragons. His eyes are so vicious. It would be a blessing for Marine to join Marine. What are you thinking? Sengoku. Celestial dragons Terry's official position is bigger than your entire life. Ha 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 ha. You little Marine admiral to care about the new 5 elders. Ha 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 ha. Do you have that qualification? Sengoku? People fart louder than yours. Garp. You bastard. Terry still didn't respond in the end. He just doesn't speak. He's a member of the 5 elders now, after all. Since these old men wanted him to be the master. Then if he doesn't speak, just close his eyes and pretend to be stupid, right? After reading a report of CP0 claiming credit for the disappearance of Golden Lion Shiki, he closed his mouth and eyes completely. Until the meeting was over, he returned to his home. Accepted a new round of rewards from the lying flat system. Host did a full lay flat activity at 5 elders today, eyes closed. Get great rewards, ninjutsu. Impure world reincarnation, and ninjutsu. Rinne Tensai. Lie flat reward breakthrough. The first time Terry saw the name, excellent reward. In addition to the initial spree, Zanpakuto, Kyoka Suigetsu. It was the first time he was able to get a double reward. The higher the status of the host, the more difficult it is to complete the task of lying down, so the rewards are more generous. Anything like this? Terry thought about the situation, and it seemed to be the case. Then do I need to work hard to become the Lord of the world? I am, who has always heard Terry's voice. His eyes widened instantly. Could it be that this kid finally has ambitions? Then all. Under the shield of the system, she did not hear any information about the system. But she heard the news that Terry wanted to be the Lord of the world at that time. It seems that he is nothing more than that. Has this been blinded by power? I am just sighing. I thought Terry was just such a moment. Terry's new round of thoughts bombarded again. Forget it. With that time and energy, it's better to be the man of I am. I am the man who wants to be the master of the world. The Lord of the world will keep doing it for my future wife. I am. My wife is I am, right? It's okay after all. Bastard. Bastard. Do you think conquering me is easier than conquering the world? How low do you really think of me? No. How hard do you see conquering the world? Nor. Im's thoughts fell into a dead end in an instant. But that didn't stop her from being depressed. Hand crushed the entire flower between. Its domineering power and terror are far less conspicuous than the so-called four emperors and admiral. Very good. You are fine. Our game continues. Terry. Since you are not bewitched by power and fame, and you have not yet inspired your fighting spirit, it means that there is still a game between us. Continue. The golden lion thing is just a welcome gift. Your fame will only go up, it won't go down. Hee hee. Just wait and see. I can't believe you won't fall into the power reputation. IM has lost his temper, her mind is out of balance. It is no longer as smooth as the previous 2 days. Being called back and forth by Terry as wife. There's also the matter of Terry took the idea of capturing her, taking her down and running to her as a trivial matter. Disturbed. When I am calmed down, the 5 elders' interview is here again. Sir Yimu, are you calling us? About the golden lion, how are you preparing? Is it too much of a fuss for Saint Terry about this? After all, the golden lion has disappeared for 6 years since the Battle of Wall. We didn't know he would rashly storm naval headquarters for Gold D. Roger. Will it come true? Not to mention, will he cancel the original plan after it is published in the world newspaper? IM waved his hand. The 5 elders instantly grasped Imam's intentions and shut their mouths. Because this means that Lord IM is in a bad mood. The reputation of the world government will not be damaged, nor will the reputation of Saint Terry be damaged. Even if the Golden Lion doesn't attack the world government has a reputation for taking precautions to protect the people, and Saint Terry won't suffer any damage. Do you understand? Everything is the union of your 5 elders, envy and jealous of Saint Terry, the new honorary 5 elders. So he deliberately set a pothole game for him, let him jump in, and lose his reputation. And in order to preserve the majestic reputation of the world government, Saint Terry, in order to protect the people, that's why I gamble with my own reputation. Do you 5 get it? If the Golden Lion doesn't attack the naval headquarters, then this is the truth. Got it? If the prophecy is wrong, then I want to see this hidden truth published by Morgans of the World paper. Expose you 5 elders' ugly intentions. As for, if the Golden Lion really comes to attack the naval headquarters after hearing the news, then, business as usual. The reputation of your 5 elders can be preserved, and the reputation of Saint Terry can also be improved. World government, the prestige is also rising. As soon as these words come out, heart of the 5 elders. Not to mention the sour taste. Simply sour to the point of explosion. Co-authored. They 5 elders were raised by the stepmother. Simply put, that is, if Saint Terry's prediction of the Golden Lion's attack on naval headquarters comes true. That Saint Terry has both fame and fortune, and Saint Terry's prediction didn't come true. Or the Golden Lion was scared off by the Terry's prophecy in the world paper. Then it was them 5 elders who came to take the blame and became the villain. And Saint Terry continues to gain fame and fortune. Damn it. Gone. The hearts of the 5 elders. The grievance was beyond words. Only let others take the blame. No one ever let them take the blame for them. Got a sin today too. Small cabbage. The yellow in the ground. Who knows the pain in their hearts? What's your answer? Lord IM knows, but Lord IM will only kill them 5 elders. Just crush them completely. The 5 elders only dared to bow their heads and admit it. Understood.